Gonna change the world.
Yeah, we are.
With my hockey stick.
Of course we are.
Gonna make a real difference.
Yes, we are.
Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Welcome back to the Puck Daddy Show.
I feel my background vocals are getting better.
I'm putting a little bit of ad-libs there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like doing different things now.
We should sing this one at karaoke one night.
I think we should too.
Except Chippy's never heard the other part of the song.
No, I've never heard.
No,
other than
I'll do
that.
the rest.
Yeah, Jerry has the rest locked down for sure. All right, this is number 4. Fourth
Puck
time we've
Daddy
done the
Puck
Puck
Daddy
Daddy
Show.
Show.
And you know what? Just for the Puck Daddy Show, I'm going to give a little background on that song. I've talked about it a little before, but just to take you a little slice of life. I had a little boom box. I had that song on tape. I don't know where I got it, but it was on tape.
Like a cassette tape?
Yeah, cassette tape.
Yeah.
And the thing with cassette tape was CD, you can skip songs. MP3 players, you can skip songs. Cassette, you
can't
just
skip.
you listen through.
Yeah.
You can rewind, fast forward, you just listen through. I had about 15 hockey hype songs on this tape. I'd drop it in there. It was battery powered. I'd bring it up to my barn, and I'd set up the net. It was dusty. It like smelled like hay. It was hot. Like it got so hot up there.
Yeah.
And I would just train.
You just manifested your life.
I had my playlist, and that was the first song.
It changed
Oh.
the world.
First song on the
So
tape.
that starts it off.
Dude, it was like, I'm saying, it's the anthem of my life, of like when I actually thought I was going to make the NHL at like 14 years old, which was way too late. I was delusional, but I just had this like, yeah, I'm going to do it now.
Yeah.
And that song would start every training session.
You're like
Change the
you're like
world.
Kai.
Yeah.
And
know?
but now you have changed the world.
It's
in your
actually
own
wild.
way, in your own route, and
It-
in your life. You've used hockey to change the world, and
I
kudos to you.
it is crazy that like I feel I have made a difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's why we picked that theme for the Puck Daddy.
I know, I love it. I
podcast,
think
yeah.
it's just become a theme song. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's like
We should
warm-
do our
it's a
own
warm
version of
feeling.
it
I
at
gotta
some
meet
point.
these guys. Can we
The
like?
Vandals, yeah, it's such a
Do they-
powerful like and kind of funny idea. Like, oh, change the world with your
Are they
hockey
Canadian? Do you know?
stick. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we gotta
100%
shout
sure.
out to the Vandals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow them on Instagram.
So there's a little slice of life, a glimpse into my childhood. Me up in a hot barn full of hay dust, training to make the NHL at 14 years old. I had no shot in
Love it.
heck. Yeah,
But instead, he landed in the next best thing, YouTube and hockey creation.
dude, it's actually
Even
funny.
better.
I just checked. So I was born in 1985.
Mhm.
I just checked who was drafted in 85.
85.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who's still playing.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, if I can just
You'll feel old real quick.
no, it's
Just kidding.
whatever. It's like if I can hold on a few more years, I'll have a longer career in hockey.
Right.
So- you know what I
technically.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Saying
Fair.
it's better than being a player, man.
And I
You've already had a 15-year going on 20-year career.
strong. It's strong.
Yeah.
It's
And-
OG status. For
And
sure.
I checked some of the guys that were drafted in the first round. Some of them didn't play a single game.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
YouTube's where it's at, kids.
Yeah.
It is.
There we
It
go.
is.
Hang up the skates.
I think that next generation is gonna be a challenge. Every kid wants to be.
Well,
a
I had this
YouTuber.
question: who do you think is gonna go down as the most wealthy hockey player ever?
Oh, I got it.
It's gonna be one of these new cats
Dude.
that has social, builds a brand.
Well, yeah, and also
Makes a
that
ton
the
of money.
NHL is
True.
growing more.
The brand deals will get you more.
Brand, well, or
Yeah.
if they're gonna end up building their own because they're gonna have like
Yes.
social media. Like, I'm surprised more of these guys like
You
Matthews.
don't know,
are
man. You
coming
don't
out
know.
with their own like
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Okay, I've got a question for you, and this is for the audience listening as well. Don't blurt out the answer if you know, but who has amassed the most wealth in the NHL?
Most wealth? That's
The most money.
Speculative.
Who's
Mario Lemieux.
made the most? Saying Lemieux?
Yeah.
like in
Like
NHL history,
Or just throw out some. Yeah, just in the
NHL
entire.
players.
We
Yeah,
can go
Mario-
like their personal income or things that they've started, like foundations and everything.
like paid from the league to them. Paid from the league to them.
Paid
Well,
from the
I
that's
mean,
different.
A team.
Yeah.
A team. You got
It's individual.
so not
It could be staff,
Staff,
staff or player.
Shanahan.
Well, because Babcock was making 5.5 a year, huh?
right?
What-
Is it Bettman?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Gary Bettman.
You figure who's the most important person to the owners of every franchise? It's the guy
How
that's
much has he made?
the scapegoat for every decision.
How
you know?
much do you think he's? Oh, because executives make a lot,
Yeah.
right? Executives get
There's
paid.
no way
good
it's
money.
like
he's
Well, he's been doing it a long time.
30
too.
years.
Yeah.
can't be
30 years.
above 200 million.
You are correct. It's not above that. $166 million.
Are you kidding?
Jeez. And counting.
That is
And count.
And
crazy.
counting.
No wonder he gets booed, and no wonder he doesn't care.
does
no wonder he gets booed, and no
Hey.
wonder he doesn't care.
Hey, if
That
he's
is
making so much
hilarious.
money, why doesn't he pay for the Arizona Coyotes arena? He loves them so much.
That's
Yeah.
why he's got
He probably
166
owns
fat
every.
ones.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, he's not giving it away. That's why.
But then there's still like Ovi's made like 140. Like Crosby's like that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like close to billionaire status. Like you're on your way.
And if they invest it
And
properly.
if-
yeah.
but
Is
if you
Ovi
would've-
at 140?
It was
Really?
like was it 140? I think
Because
it
you
was
got to be 10 million a season for 14 seasons straight to get to 140.
plus like brand deals.
Okay. If you count the brand deals and stuff like
I
that.
think
yeah.
it was like Crosby and
Yeah, no, I would go.
It's probably speculative
And then
based
there
on
was,
their
like-
investment income as well
like
too, right?
Malkin was up there. Like
Like if they've made $5 to $10 million on average every year of their career and they invest it all, that's a lot
Well,
of money.
then-
You can-
so is
yeah.
it going to be?
That's a whole different-
Is it going
yeah.
to be McDavid?
Anyway, we won't get into that too much.
Is it
No,
gonna
I
be
just want to throw that stat out there because I thought it was crazy.
Yeah.
McDavid is going to be the
I was
highest
like,
paid ever.
who's going to end up passing? Like who's going to be the guy?
It's going to keep going higher and higher
Higher?
every time there's a new play. Like the new first overall pick that performs every like 4 or 5 years is going to keep moving the bar higher as the NHL salary cap goes up.
Yeah.
Like the next biggest contract is obviously going to be McDavid's and
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
I do like your pick. Was it you that said Lemieux? Because Lemieux
Yeah,
went on to
ownership.
buy the Penguins and save
Or
them.
they gave
Yeah.
they gave him his
Oh, it was part of his contract or something. I
because
don't
they
know.
couldn't pay his contract. yet,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
that's
gave
what it
him
was.
Ownership, yeah.
yeah.
They're like, oh, we can't afford
Wild.
you, but
So
you
we'll
want to
get
just
equity
own the
in this.
team.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? I might just let's just draft Crosby and then I'll come back. I'll make a comeback. Like that was wild.
Yeah.
What a year. Anyways, let's get into
Let's kick off the
show.
Puck Daddy show. This one's supposed to be like quick hit fun stuff, but we started off with something even more fun.
That was
Thank you.
Yeah.
that was
We're getting into sty, no sty, or Puck Daddy. You all know how it works. If it's cool, it's sty. If it's not cool,
no
no
sty.
sty. If it's the greatest thing someone could do, it's Puck,
Puck
Daddy.
Daddy.
We've given out a few Puck Daddies on this show.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I'm
Well, we're only
generous.
4 episodes in.
I'm
We're
generous with the puck daddies for sure.
But I love that. I love that about you.
Yeah,
You're very
appreciate
generous.
that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
We're kicking it off. I got a short list here today. It's not that long. I might do a couple off the dome
Oh,
ones.
okay.
I
Off
like
the
that.
dome
I'm a big
pieces.
flow guy too, so
But I'm starting off. It's winter here. Where it's snowing outside right now. Donuts in the parking lot.
That's got to be sty if
That's
you do it
sty
right.
for sure.
That's sty if you do it right.
Yeah.
sty.
It can be no sty in the certain.
If you hit
conditions,
the light post.
yeah, that happened to a friend of mine. A college dude, his car like wrapped it around a post. And
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just like that's no style because it's like
yeah. It
you're
depends
doing
on-
it wrong.
Yeah.
It
You're
You're doing it wrong, dude. Don't hit the light.
It depends on execution for sure.
Yes.
Is there children in the parking lot? That's no sty.
Yeah.
Are there
Yeah.
people? Are people shopping like old ladies pushing grocery carts? No
It's
sty.
funny.
So for me, as long as the parking lot is empty
Vacant, yeah.
and you're pulling it off well, it's sty.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's funny you say that though. I just watched a clip yesterday. It was like Brandon Schwab.
Mm-hmm.
The
I'm not sure who
UFC
that is.
guy. He was like a UFC announcer or whatever, or like analyst. He's a YouTube guy.
Yeah.
He was doing a little donut, rolled his car, flipped it.
Ooh.
Just saw that clip yesterday. It just came to my mind. So be careful if you're gonna do donies. Take off that traction control.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a good point. Yeah.
My
Roll-
car-
roll your truck.
My car right now, it doesn't have the handbrake. It's got the electronic
yeah.
parking brake, so I can't. It's like pretty much impossible to do.
Oh,
and
my
it's
buddy-
got
no,
the
my
quattro.
buddies used
so-
to be fucking yanking
The e-brake.
Yeah.
The e-brake. Yeah.
e-brake, and just
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, next up, Michigan's at pickup hockey. Like pulling a Michie at pickup hockey.
Yeah, I wonder why you put that one on the list, Hayden.
You want to tell Chippy why?
Did you pull it off?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who did? You did?
No, Hayden did.
Pulled it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so I wasn't like trying to set it up or anything. It was just pickup hockey, and there was a decent amount of guys. We had three goalies. 2 of them were rotating like they must have been playing like AA hockey. Like they were decent goalies. They were young,
Yeah.
but they were
Oh no,
bigger.
those 2 goalies, they were at like some training thing on the other pad,
yeah.
and then after their training, they come over and play pickup.
Oh,
We had 3 goalies, actually 4 at pickup hockey. It was wild.
No way. That's nice.
The one goalie played out. Our
yeah,
goalie.
it was like a dream come true. Yeah,
That's a
drag.
that's-
but yeah, so they're not like dusters in net, right?
yeah.
But I wasn't like trying to set up or anything. I just happened the puck came to me behind the net and I was in full motion and I just scooped it up in Michigan and scored, and then went in line changed. I didn't celebrate, and everyone was like, "Did that go in?" I was like, "Yeah," and then skated off.
Yeah, I feel like the Michigan's always going to be sty. Just as if you have that kind of flow and
Yep.
do it in a game, doesn't matter if it's pickup, outdoor game.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yeah. I will give sty unless you're trying too hard.
Yeah, like
can't try too hard.
Yeah.
it's honestly got to be like first attempt because
It was, yeah,
Gotta come
as soon as
naturally.
it's like your third attempt, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to just like.
So
go
that's the
dumb
thing.
you now.
You gotta
And like
hit
if I like went slow, like I deliberately went behind the net, took my time
Yeah,
getting up,
that's
then
no
it's no
sty.
style. But like it just happened.
If it just happened,
Yeah.
that's sty all day long.
I'm just going to throw this in here as a bit of an asterisk. I think the oldest guy out there was about 85 years old. So.
Yes, I have played in that league. I remember a couple pickup games. I definitely know what's up there.
And Haden cross-checked him after the Michie.
Yeah, I mishied and then cross-checked him in the head. No, I'm just kidding.
Where his teeth used to be. Right where his teeth used to be.
He was
I
missing
showed him who's
the-
boss.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
showed him who's boss. Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta play a chippy game.
All right, so it's not puck daddy, it's just thigh,
Sty,
depending on
It's
if you don't try
borderline
too
no
hard.
sty.
If
Yeah.
you can do it and it's natural, yeah.
All right. This one is right in line with the Old Spice sponsorship here.
Oh, yeah.
Using a teammate's shampoo or body wash. You never bring your own, you're using your teammates.
Sty.
That's,
I think it's one thing to be confident enough to be like, yo, could I borrow your body wash?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like you have to
brings the boys together,
brings the
doesn't
boys
it?
together. Sharing is caring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how
Right.
how lame is it? Everyone has their own. They all keep themselves. They only take their own. It's like you share
Where's
it
the
around.
camaraderie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I
like
agree.
inviting connectiveness on
You
the
should
team,
be able to
right?
ask your.
I've
buddy.
never not shared my shampoo if someone asked.
I mean,
Right.
it's no
Yes.
sty. That's no sty if you
Yeah.
if you do that.
Yeah. But I've
Zip it up right
I-
after.
I've rarely borrowed though because I seem to like I am pretty good about bringing my own. The
Yeah,
only
you're
the odd
pretty
time
I feel like you're meticulous with that kind of stuff.
I'm pretty conscious of
Just-
making sure I have enough of
And
it.
let's
yeah.
just think of the opportunities for connectiveness, right? Hey, you got any body wash? Oh yeah, I got this Old Spice.
You got poo?
Oh.
Got poo?
Well, this is a Himalayan sea salt. Yeah, it's really good. Let me try some of it. Oh, that smells good. Yeah, I got on sale. Right? We're
Yeah,
talking.
now
We're
you're talking about how
vibing.
great the body wash
Oh
is.
my god. Yeah, this is way better than Mike's. Mike has that like off-brand stuff. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Mike.
no, you need that Old Spice.
Yeah, Mike's been in his bag.
Andrew's bar of
Was that
soap
sea-
hasn't
was
been
that
doing
sea salt?
justice.
Was that sea salt there?
Exactly right. So now,
Oh,
now you're chatting. It's bringing the boys together.
100%. So it's sty
It's time.
asking for some body wash.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, sunglasses inside.
I've
say
been
no
here
sty.
before.
I'd
I've
say
been here
no sty.
before.
Yeah.
Depends. It depends. It really depends.
What are you, Rain Man at the?
Nah, it's no
casino?
sty. It's sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you just
That's what I'm
need.
saying. I've
it's like-
done it. I've been there. I
But
had
but
to.
don't think you're cool because you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine if you need to. Fine. Wear
So
it.
follow up, transition lenses.
Ah. Is there like
I think my dad has those.
is there anything worse than no sty? Can we go lower than
Yeah,
no sty?
the tranny.
Super no sty.
I think the shades indoors is
Drum roll.
I'm gonna say no sty, but
You're trying too hard.
like
Yeah.
sometimes, bro, like your eyes just start telling a different story.
That's what I'm saying. It's fine if you do it, and to you, you know, it's like you need to be you need those on, and it's fine. Sometimes you got to have the hoodie up and the sunglasses on, and it's just like no one look at me or talk to me, right?
Mm.
That's fine, but then it's not sty.
Hmm.
No, it's not
But you need that moment sometimes, so it is okay.
Yeah.
It's not sty.
yeah,
and-
I agree.
Talking about the transition lenses, I remember my dad getting those for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, did he think they were cool?
Oh, they were though.
Technology.
Technology,
Hey,
it was
hey,
through the roof. bro.
Kids, watch this. Watch this. Look at my glasses.
Like changing,
And then he,
and then
he
it doesn't change. Like,
Yeah. They're
Son,
just.
it's like-
He's like folding
it's
them
still
down.
dark
just-
inside.
he's tapping it. He's like, wait a
not
second.
moving.
Are they doing
He
it?
starts breathing on them like.
Look. 1 second.
What happened to my dad? He'd walk in, it would be like still sunglasses, and he's looking around.
Walking to the tables.
Can't see anything.
Yeah.
He's at his restaurant.
Bumps
he's
his
like,
head. Yeah.
Oh
He's like-
god. Yeah.
Just take them off, Dad. No, they're gonna change. They're gonna
Yeah,
change.
they'll change. They'll adapt.
Fold
Yeah.
them and tuck them into your shirt.
They'll adapt to the environment. It's like a chameleon, man.
All right. Next is also related to article of clothing that you wear.
Okay.
Wearing a toque inside, like beanie inside.
Sty.
Puck Daddy.
We're wearing them right now.
Me and Hayden have one on, so I just.
Speaking
I-
of which,
I
I have a
got a
Puck Daddy beanie on right now.
Yeah. Hey, puckdaddy.com.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'll say
puckdaddypodcast.com, baby.
I'm downgrading the sty. It's a sty thing.
It's a sty thing. It's a sty thing. I wear hat a lot. Just
See,
your
I can-
hair is too long to.
I'm sweating wearing this right now. I'm just doing it for the bit so that we have.
I got my thin one on this one.
Jeremy's got the Puck Daddy
Yeah.
tee on. If anyone wants those are beauty. Yeah, I think it depends.
Prepare
Like
for sales to go
it's
through the roof
sty,
now.
but for me, I'm a no beanie in the summer type of guy.
I'm a beanie.
If you're wearing a
all the time.
beanie inside in the summer, it's no sty for me. But every other time,
It
it's sty.
depends. Like it depends if it's a beanie or not. Like like a winter hat, no, but like
Like a
what's it
cap, like a
called?
beanie
What are they
cap or
called? They're
whatever.
not called. They're like called something else.
Yeah,
Skull
Head
above
cap,
ear,
skull cap,
Scully.
Scully.
Yeah.
Scully above ear.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
those are sty, man.
Right. Yeah, I could see that.
Those
Yeah.
are sty. Especially if you're a hockey player and you have long hair, you gotta keep it out of your head. Like
or you're bald and your head gets cold.
yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I'm gonna single-handedly bring back the bandana.
Mm.
Oh,
So be
wow.
on the lookout because the bandanas are coming back.
I'll keep
Love it.
I'll keep hitting refresh on your merch page.
You know how
Yeah.
nasty bandanas are? So dirty. Like
All right, we got one here.
I
That
had a John Deere bandana.
it's hippie, bro.
It's the opposite. Like
It's
they're
hippie, bro.
conflicting ideas. I think
No cool
a
bandanas. are.
John Deere bandana. I wore it in college. I don't know why.
Like I think it's
pretty
been-
cool though. I like it.
It's
you like it?
That'd be sty.
that's the
John Deere
problem.
bandana?
If I saw Jeremy in college and I was the same age as him and I saw him wearing a
Sam,
John
this
Deere
guy's-
bandana, I'd be like, this guy doesn't give a
This
crap.
guy's
I love this
flowing,
guy.
bro.
That's style.
why.
Yeah.
That's the problem with
Yeah.
society is there not enough people are wearing bandanas, and I think they need to be brought back.
I had a John Deere bandana and sweatbands that I
And
wore
probably-
ironically.
Probably like a Burton hoodie or something too.
Yeah, that's that's
Yeah. All right. This one has, in my mind, has Puck Daddy potential. Slides in the winter.
Oh yeah, that's you got to go Puck Daddy on that.
really.
Yeah.
Let's not gas it too much.
No, but like
What do you mean slides? Like
You-
where?
You're wearing slides like you're wearing it to the game in the winter, like not just outside, like at your house. You're wearing it.
oh,
No,
that's a little too
no,
much.
no,
Yeah.
it's too
No, you
much.
can't overdo
No
it. You can't
style.
overdo it.
No style.
Your socks are now
Yeah.
wet.
Well, you can't have socks on with the slides. Is it socks with slides in the
Oh,
winter?
what? I never
Do whatever you want.
I will never have bare feet in slides.
Oh, okay.
I'm like socks and sandals guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which a lot of people would also say no sty to socks
what?
and sandals.
No,
yeah.
everyone's saying
See,
style.
I
No,
think
socks and sandals.
Everyone
Socks
would
and
say
sandals. Socks and sandals is no style,
What?
but slides and socks
Oh,
is style.
bare feet is no style, bro. Bare feet is no.
No, dude.
Put the clip.
It's
Clip
no-
it.
It's no style
Let's run a poll.
if you're wearing socks and
Okay, we're-
sandals. You know the ones with the Velcro,
Thongs.
those things,
The thongs.
Socks and slides.
The thongs.
and flip flops. You can't do flip flops
Oh, and
with
you can't wear
socks.
the thong.
Yeah.
thongs are the socks, and the thong goes
Those are
right,
flip flops.
right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't do those. I never
Like
those.
that, like your socks, like that.
I used to drill my foot. I couldn't do it.
All right. So flip flops versus slides. Flip flops
Oh.
are they style or no style?
Flip flops no style, bro.
Flip flops
They-
and socks.
They eat my foot.
No, like the one with the little
Little
the
G
thong.
string.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thong. The thong.
Is that style or no
In
style?
Australia, they call them thongs.
Are they
Thong, thong.
style or no style?
No style.
No style. I couldn't wear them. They're not comfortable.
It
I don't like
irritates my toes.
It would just twist my
And then
foot.
it's
It
like-
twists like the heel comes
Oh,
off
and
all the
then-
time.
and then
Yeah.
the little click, click, click.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand that.
I like the slides are the way to go for sure.
Slides for sure
Yeah.
all day. every
Slides in
day.
the winter, 100% sty. If you're just like going out real quick to your garage, like even you got to clear this.
Oh
You got to
yeah.
clear the snow off your car or something like that, and you're just like, oh, and you don't see your boots nearby. Whatever, throw the slides on. Your toes get drenched, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
it's
like
part of the
you don't
game.
care, and then you quickly skimper back inside and like
Yeah.
Socks off and go.
get wet.
But
foot
bringing
marks
it,
all over the
wearing
kitchen
it
floor.
out though when you've driven somewhere, no.
Yeah, you can't drive.
Oh,
so
you
that's just
can't
psychotic
drive, that's
behavior.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Crazy.
All right,
ridiculous.
on the slide train here, sliding on into the slide train. This is kind of the opposite. Going barefoot in the shower, like in the dressing room.
Oh, it's no style.
It's no style. I do it all the time.
I guess.
I forget, like I never bring slides. I don't know why. I just don't care enough, and I never remember to bring them. So I've gotten the habit of not wearing them.
Just public settings, bare feet is
Oh,
disgusting.
Dude, I have stood in some showers that they should have like caution tape and like do not enter, contaminated. Like the puddles I have stood in while showering at men's league
you have
hockey.
athlete's foot or something. Was that?
Oh,
Is that how you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh
it is,
God, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. Oh, I don't get it. I spread it around.
Jeremy,
Oh, that's even
Jeremy's like,
better.
I don't get it. I have it.
That's even better.
That's the reason.
Glad I'm
You
glad
can't
you
get
got
it if you already have it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the reason guys have to wear
Yeah,
flip-flops.
your immune
I'm just
system. It's good for the
joking.
immune
Oh
system.
gosh.
I'm kidding.
All
But
right.
I think I never get it because I've just never worn the flip flops.
Well,
so
that's
it's
what
like
I'm
I'm
saying.
like
Your-
immune to it
your
now.
immune system is so.
Yeah.
I think we're universally
else.
saying it's no style.
It is no style. Yeah. But I'm
or
just,
it could be
I'm just
sty
nasty
because you're
like
just
that.
like your immune system's just such a sty.
I'm not
I just
blowing
don't
myself up.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just if you're
But I still think it's no style. I'm like, it'd be cooler if I
But,
remembered
like,
to bring flip flops.
imagine if you were so immune to all the diseases in the ground that you're like it's kind of
It's me,
sty
man.
play.
It's me.
Exactly, I agree.
Lick
I
the
once
door
showed up
handles.
to hockey barefoot, like without wearing shoes at all.
Oh, what about barefoot in the skates? My buddy used to do that.
Oh, I know. There's a guy on my
Makes it
men's league team that
stink.
does that.
Oh,
Makes
how do you
your
not get
skates
And you get blisters too, yeah. But
Oh.
their skates are about 17 years old, so they're kind of
And
molded
I
to
feel
their
like
foot.
they do it just to like be attention in the room.
Oh yeah.
Like
No.
it's almost like they just do bare feet in their skates just so they could be different.
No, the guy that I say, he says, no, my feet slide around more with socks.
No
Weird.
way, bro.
I
Get
did
a
it for
new
a
pair of
year.
skates.
I did it for a year. I didn't mind it. I did it because I would always like my socks would get drenched after playing.
Mhm.
I would take them off, chuck them in my bag. I'd put on a new dry pair, and I'd do that every single game until there was like
16 pairs of socks in your bag.
exactly, and they'd start to stink.
Oh, I got
so bad, right?
another one.
So then the next season, I'm like, I'm just not going to wear socks, and that problem won't happen. I took off my socks before I skate, put them on back after. Problem solved. Except then my skates started just stinking.
Yeah, of course.
Rotten because it's like
There's nothing to absorb into.
exactly
Yeah.
all of your skin is just
Just
going
a
great.
cesspool of
Oh.
sweat in the bottom of your
What
skate.
about what about do you guys wear
had to
no
set them on
shirt
fire.
under your like
Oh, like going topless underneath
Yeah,
the. I don't wear like a chest protector anymore.
Yeah, no
Oh,
chest protector, no
that's
shirt.
another one too.
I hate it. I hate not having a base layer. I do it every game, and some rinks you go, it's like it's -10 outside, but
Yeah.
for some reason in the rink it's -30. I'm like, why are they making it colder? It's already cold enough out.
Yeah.
Right? Why is this rink even colder than outside?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And-
cold water for
I
me.
was always shirtless growing up. There.
Yeah, I go shirtless, but
And then I started.
I've
wearing-
always had an undershirt.
it's chilly sometimes.
Yeah, I started wearing a chili. I just wear like a t-shirt underneath.
It is nice. It is nice.
All right, so Chippy, you kind of touched on one there. I'm going off the dome here. Sty or no sty, going no chest protector in men's league.
I think it's no style. I don't like it.
I feel pretty indifferent
I
about
don't
it. It's
like
like
it.
do whatever you want. Who cares? It's like I
Yeah.
don't think it adds any. It doesn't add any style points to you, but it doesn't take any away.
Right.
Oh, it's taking away style points.
No chesty.
No chesty.
I think
It,
90%.
it kind of it irks me because I'm like
I think
not playing the game
90%.
properly.
Oh,
It's
But
like you're
in
not.
men's league, what do you need shoulder pads for aside from if you're getting
It's
hit
just
with
part
a
of
puck?
the
get
game,
hit with a
bro.
puck.
It's like you're not taking it serious enough. I'm like, oh, this guy's like wearing no shoulder. Like you think you're cooler than you are. Like I guess I get irked by it because I'm like, buddy, just throw on a pair of shoulders because
See, I have a problem because
like you think you're too good for the shoulder pads. Like you
no, I
I
just
think 90% of the guys don't wear.
when
shoulder
I
pads.
wore shoulder pads, my jersey was just like
Oh,
impossible.
it's just so so tight.
Yeah,
No,
like even my elbow pads, it's tough.
no style.
I think it's like I don't really care, but I haven't worn shoulder pads for like 8 years.
I'm wearing shoulder pads. Like that's just how I
I'm
grew
just
up.
gonna
I
say
grew up
style is
throwing
just-
shoulder pads on. That's how you play the game. Like I'm not gonna leave equipment off. Like
I think a lot of guys go no shouldies.
I think 90% of men's league players. There's probably one or two on each team that wear shoulder pads.
Yeah, and like if they do, it's like the old school, like really
Really
thin.
thin, yeah.
I need to get a pair like
hope
that.
the boys.
'cause
I hope the boys catch a riser to the chest.
I've got a
And
few,
then maybe
man.
they'll throw one on. Maybe
You just
they'll throw
put
one on.
it's men's league. You just put on a little bit more weight.
You know what I do?
Absorbs the
I see that puck coming. I just flex. I just flex. I don't even feel it.
puck bounces off. The
I'm
puck
gonna
breaks.
I'm gonna throw some
Breaks.
high saucer passes to you guys next game. And
I'll just
see how it
I'll
feels.
flex a peck and just put it right down to my
Oh,
stick.
you guys
and
should
then
have a
snipe
chest
it.
protector.
No, no,
guys,
no.
I don't feel a thing.
You sauce one and I'll flex the peck. It's gonna deflect right down to my stick and I snipe.
You know what's funny is the chest protector. Like it's so thin that like I've got. If you get hit with a puck, it's gonna hurt anyway. And like the part that you need that like your diaphragm.
Your abdominum.
Yeah, like if you get hit there and you're not suspecting, even with a shoulder pad, it still hurts. I've had it both times, and it's not any less.
Like, I think it's cheating.
painful. You think it's cheating?
100% cheating.
How is it
faster.
cheating?
No, it makes you faster. It makes
Yeah.
it easier to stick.
Why aren't you
yourself.
doing it then?
Because it's cheating. I ain't cheating. That's what I'm saying. It's not part of the game. You're not playing the game.
Wow,
Like,
Chippy feels strongly
you're
about
not
it.
playing. I actually do feel strongly about this. Like you're not playing the game properly.
That's
I'm gonna
wild.
put shoulder pads on it. It would make me worse. I wouldn't be able to move out there.
That's what I'm saying. It's cheating, bro.
All right.
Ugh.
Next segment.
No, I got one more.
Oh, okay.
Napping on the team bus.
100% style. Yes, you need that to play good. That helps your performance.
I think
But it's a
I think-
team
I
bus.
think, I think the
It's fine.
pranks are better.
True.
Being the guy that's like pranking the guy, putting like we used to put like little paper in people's hairs, and you'd be standing in
You
front
tickle their ear, and
Yeah.
then they look around and
Yeah,
they don't know
yeah,
who did
yeah.
it.
A team that naps together wins together. If everyone on the bus had a team nap.
Yeah, some team.
We used to do a
you
thing
win.
where a challenge to see if someone was napping on the bus. I remember we had it was just like who could place the most things on top of them.
Yeah,
So like you
exactly.
set something on their lap until they
Yeah.
whoever makes them wake up lost.
I remember me and my buddies were at a Florida Panther game, and there was a row ahead of us that we had both rows, and we were behind, and then we had this little paper, and we would just be like, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They would know, but they wouldn't even feel it. We'd be like feathering it down, like 7 pieces of paper on.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how long your road trip is. Like some of these guys are going on long.
True,
Like
yeah.
if you're only going for half an hour, whatever, you're chilling with the boys, you're talking.
Chippy and I kind of touched on the road trip through, like depending on how long it is, it's cycles, right? There'll be times where you have no music on.
Yeah.
Everyone's just kind of vibing. There'll be other times where everyone's like pumped up, you know?
Yeah,
Like there's half hour left before we get to the rink. Let's get pumped up, boys, you know?
Yeah, I
Like,
think it's different. Like before a game, or like going to a tournament, like you don't have a game that day, and you're
Right.
like, traveling with the boys. Like
true, yeah.
depends if there's a game or not.
Fair, yeah. All right, moving on to the next segment. We're going to do most Canadian.
Most Canadian.
We need to have a little soundboard here for the Oh Canada, like,
It's the
Oh
most
Canadian.
Yeah.
What are we doing today, Jer?
Well, brought to you by Old Spice Gentleman's Collection. We got the body wash, 24-hour locked-in moisture, keeps your skin hydrated. We got the deodorant, lavender and mint scent, 0 aluminum and parabens.
Love
That's
it.
good.
Get my
No
sponsored
aluminum.
messages out there.
No aluminum.
So, going off how great Old Spice smells, been using this stuff since I started to use
Yeah,
deodorant.
I use Old Spice.
Well, it's the
growing up.
only way to go. I mean,
They're the only marketing company that doesn't try to make you feel bad about something before buying it. They just show you the
I like
cool stuff.
I like their
and
commercials
let you
too.
buy
Growing
it.
up, they're always like funny.
their commercials are great. I just loved how the deodorant smelled great.
Yes.
Like it smelled
Yeah.
like I was wearing cologne.
Yeah.
I'd walk up and be like, oh, who's wearing cologne? I'd be like, no, it's just my deodorant.
And the Old Spice Gentleman's Collection body wash is nothing but better than
Oh.
the Old Spice of old.
We're getting the sponsor.
It's New Spice.
Oh, that's amazing.
They should call it New Spice.
No, honestly,
boys.
growing up, I remember it was like Old Spice. You had to have Old Spice in the room, like the big,
Yeah.
had, like the big red container. Like,
Whoever had the Old Spice was the hero of the
and
dressing
that's
room.
just
Yeah.
facts. I'm not even sugarcoating it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it was.
All right, so what are we doing for most Canadian?
So going off the Old Spice, smells great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going most Canadian smell.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that.
Brought to you by Old Spice.
Those Canadian smell.
I don't even want to take too long to think about this one
Let's
because the
just flow.
first thing that
Can we
came to
fire?
my mind
Mm.
is you're walking through the woods
Oh, you're
And-
going there.
and there's so many things that hit your nostrils, right? You're walking through the woods. It depends on where you live too. There can be some pine trees.
Oh,
There could be some maple leaves on the ground. There could be just like, I don't know, smell of dirt, depending where you are, right? Like
Yeah.
there's a lot more earthy tones. But for me, it's just the smell of like walking through the forest.
oh,
you know?
just the
Just
that forest smell.
like-
That's
like,
forest
you get the
smell.
mix. Like
Little
there's a bit of
evergreen.
pine, there's a little
Yeah,
there's a little bit of
okay.
bark, a
Sap.
little bit of sap, a little bit of earth.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
about to start a candle company right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
That is a nice mix.
Yeah. I don't know what to call it though. What do you call it?
I
Just
thought you were going with like,
woods? The smell of the woods?
Yeah.
Like the forest?
Canadian woods, the
Yeah.
woodsman.
Canadian woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Canadian woods.
And like you ever made like a fort in the woods? You're just lying
yeah.
lying in your fort, and it just smells like trees and sap and everything.
And
Like,
it's
I
the
love
best
that,
if
yeah.
it just rained the day before, so there's a bit like dampness
Mm,
there, and it's
yeah.
like,
That's
I-
for me. That's
I
the
like
most
that.
Canadian
I
smell.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're bringing back a flood. I got a
Jared,
flood.
Jared, you're up.
I was gonna go fallen leaves.
Mm.
I love that smell, but that's too close to yours.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like blanket statement there. I didn't go too specific.
No, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I could take that still,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna go with maple syrup.
Yeah.
It's just a great smell
Yeah.
because we tap the trees in our backyard,
Especially when you're cooking it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
and we're boiling it down, and
Mhm.
oh, does it smell nice? That maple syrup. Give me that. That's very very Canadian scent.
Yes.
Yes, I like that.
That's a good one.
I like that.
Yeah. And like, especially if you're making your own maple syrup and then right immediately having pancakes with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, like so you're cooking
like
pancakes and
breakfast.
it's like a breakfast
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like
butter and-
Yeah. You ever know someone that makes their own maple syrup? If they're making that stuff and then you go immediately and have pancakes after, the pancakes are always that much better.
Yes.
true. It's true. Some of that fresh.
Yeah. All right, Chippy, what's your most Canadian
Yeah, I was
smell?
gonna-
Scent.
I think mine would be like campfire.
Oh,
Like-
I love that you.
like
went
That's a
there.
good
fire,
one.
like cottage
Yeah.
Yes.
fire.
Yeah.
You might have just cut some trees down for the
Yeah.
fire.
Dude, they make cologne.
Might
as
have
the
just
sm-
tapped
what
the
a
tree with maple
combo.
syrup, and now it's like you have the fire going.
Yeah.
What a
And it's
combo!
like
One
Muskoka
thing I'm
vibes.
noticing is all of ours could be combined into one
Yes.
pretty much. You could making the maple syrup with the sap from the tree. You could walking through the woods to have a bonfire.
Yeah, I think it's
There
like a
you go.
Muskoka. I think it's like a Muskoka cottage country.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the biggest thing that sets Canada.
Yeah,
It's like
It's all the
cottage
fresh
country,
water and
fresh, outdoor
and the wilderness.
nature.
Yeah.
the much trees.
just being in the woods with that hint of like some campfire smoke.
Yeah. Just a little. Oof.
Give me a hinge of marshmallow in there.
Ooh,
You know,
yeah,
a
exactly.
smudge of.
This is a really subtle smell.
Yeah.
But it kind of triggered me when I was thinking of like all the fresh water in Canada. It's when you go to like the falls, you know, like because there's falls that lead into the lakes,
Yeah.
and it's just spraying like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like perfuming the scent of the water up into the air. And if you're like just kind of standing there, you can smell like just the freshness of the outdoors.
Yeah.
It's very. It's not really. It's like, do you smell water? Not really, but like you can tell that it's like almost perfuming all the scents around the lake.
You know, it's a shame, and I don't know. Like, there's some things in nature that just they happen. You're like, if they didn't,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But because it's always been that way, it's always been that way. I feel if snow had a scent,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be amazing? Like, it starts snowing and you smell it.
You
coming.
wake up. It's like you smell bacon in the morning. Hey, it snowed today. I can smell it.
Could you imagine? I feel like it should. I feel like you should be able to scoop a handful of smell and go,
There is a little.
Well, dude, I wonder. It's probably dogs. Dogs can smell it when it snows.
Yeah.
I bet
But,
because
like,
their scent receptors are so much more sensitive.
with the smell of October, like with the leaves, with
Mhm,
like the wet
Yeah.
trees.
yeah.
That's a great scent. As
There's
well.
okay. Before we move on from this segment, there's one that I was surprised you guys didn't pick.
Yeah.
We all went with very outdoorsy, and I love
Bacon?
that. I love that for us. But
Yeah.
there's one, and it's just walking into Tim Hortons.
oh, the
Yeah.
coffee shop. The
Yeah.
coffee shop.
Like literally
Smell.
the smell of the donuts being baked with the
Yeah.
fresh coffee,
Yeah.
and
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
I was gonna, yeah,
Oh,
I was
that's
gonna say,
good.
I was gonna say bacon too.
Coffee shop.
Cooking bacon.
yeah. But that's more like I wouldn't say that's just
I'm
Canadian.
gonna put
like,
too much can on there, but
Yeah.
it's nice. But
Yeah. Anyway, moving on here.
Like a ham and pea
Oh,
soup. A ham and pea soup.
ham and pea, yeah.
M&P soup.
You could have mixed the maple syrup because you got the maple syrup donut with the coffee
maple
brewing.
donut. Yeah, yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
yeah. That's a good coffee shop
Yeah,
scent.
a lot of our most Canadian segments involve Tim Hortons. I've noticed.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah.
Almost kind of Canadian.
All right, let's go right to the draft. You
Yeah.
guys want to do the
Yeah, let's
draft?
go right
do
into the draft.
With the NHL playoffs being right around the corner, I thought it would be fun to draft the best things about playoff hockey.
Mm.
And it doesn't have to be NHL, but naturally a lot of it is going to be, is my guess.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do this one and I'll be the judge? Or do we all want to do it? What do we want to do here?
I'm happy to go.
I'm happy.
Or
to go.
you all want to, like, if you want to hop in. I think
I think
we
you
get
two
a little
should just
thin
go.
if we go all
Yeah,
three.
you two
Yeah,
should just
yeah,
go,
yeah, okay.
All right.
and I will. I'll be a spectator here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick a number between 1 and 10. You guys each say a number 3, 2, 1.
7.
8.
I said 4. So Chippy gets to go.
Oh, he's closer.
Okay. I go first. So, what is the best things about playoff hockey?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna say the elevation of the game. So the competitiveness,
Right.
the game gets
Quality
better.
of play.
Quality
gets
of
better.
play.
Yeah.
Quality of play.
Yeah. I worded that perfectly for you.
Exactly.
Love it. That's probably the biggest thing that changes, or one of the biggest things that changes. But I'm interested to see what Jeremy goes with here.
I was also thinking like the intensity, but that's too close.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
I meant,
Those are just literally
Yeah.
synonyms.
It's
Yeah.
just learning about that with Mason today.
Synonyms.
Yeah, a little like English lesson for him there. Just give me the Stanley Cup.
Oh,
Just say
okay.
hoisting the cup.
hoisting the cup.
Yeah.
It's the cup hoist.
Right.
I mean, that's the
most
culmination,
iconic.
the
That's
most, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I feel like if that went anything lower than number 2 overall, that's you got to have that.
It's a bit of an easy pick there, but I mean,
Yeah, that's a layup.
Yeah.
Or an empty net slap
I
shot.
like that.
that's an empty net.
Alright.
There's another say. Hey, that's an empty net slap shot.
Okay, I like that a lot. I'm gonna say the hockey pools when you get into doing the hockey pools. with
Oh,
all
the
your
fantasy
buddies,
hockey stuff?
Just all your buddies.
Yeah.
like, yeah. When you just
Or like picking the winners, like when you do the bracket challenge, like that.
yeah, just like
I'm gonna give you both because
hockey
that's like
pool. bracket challenge.
camaraderie of like making your picks on
Yeah,
what's
like
gonna
you're
happen.
predicting kind of,
Yeah.
and now you're invested.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It does make you more invested in even games that aren't for
Yes.
your specific team.
100%.
So I love that. All right, that's a good third pick or second pick for you, third overall. Jeremy?
This is tough. I'm just gonna grab this one right now. It's watching hockey every day.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna say
Right?
that one.
First round,
Yeah.
first round, watching every day.
Yeah.
Like 7 games is just elite. Yeah, I love that.
Regular
Yeah.
season, you're just checking out your team. Maybe you'll check out some out of town games like
Yeah.
some Oilers or whatever.
I love watching hockey all night.
There's a
Yeah,
exactly.
I was literally
Yeah.
gonna say that, but I thought
There's a
I'd say
reason
that.
That's great.
every day. There's a reason to watch hockey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
I'm glad I'm not going because you guys already have like my top 3.
Okay, so I'm on my third.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up. Number 3.
I'm gonna say going out with your buddies to a bar or a pub to watch.
Oh,
the
like
game.
the hype around watching
like
the game.
going to like your team, watch your team play
Right.
out at the bar.
Maybe even going to Maple Leaf Square,
Maple
watch
Leafs.
the game.
Oh, yeah.
So watching
the-
the game with your buddies.
Yeah, yeah. And like since it's playoffs, it's always more hype
Yes.
wherever you are, especially
Yeah.
in Leafs Nation. You
Oh
know?
yeah, like when you're watching with your buddies, it's
Yeah,
just like
I love that. So far, you guys have gone all NHL, which I'm impressed about. I thought for sure you.
Well, I went a little bit. I think I went a little bit off there with the watch. Like you're watching.
Yeah, no, I just mean like because you could go like playoff hockey and men's league, or like
oh, I see
yeah.
what you're talking
like there's things about playoff hockey that aren't necessarily only watching the NHL.
Oh, yeah. I got
But-
what you were talking about. I thought you meant like
But
not
to
just
be fair, though, I do think that your guys' list would still hold up with that in mind. So with that
Okay.
bearing that in mind, keep going.
for me.
Jerry's third.
Third pick. Give me the drama and like the pesks.
Mm.
The new people rise and
Right.
become like hated, but I like that.
Sam Bennett.
You know,
rivalry building type
yeah,
stuff. Like
yeah. I don't know.
fan taunting.
I'm just
you
gonna
know?
call it like drama.
Yeah,
Like the
it
story
is drama.
storylines unravel that keep you invested, and you need
Right.
to see the next.
It's like
game.
playoff hockey is the closest thing that hockey will ever get to reality TV.
It's
Yeah.
like WWE.
You know?
hey, the WWE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, and like the narratives between teams, like the battle, like the battles.
Yeah, that was what I was playing on a lot last year. Was like the Marshy versus
yeah.
like this. You create those little.
Player rivalries. Yeah,
Rivalries, for sure.
I like that. All right, Chippy, your fourth.
I'm feeling really good about this pick. I just let this one come to me.
Okay, yeah,
And it's just game 7.
yeah,
Nothing
Any
better than
game
a
seven.
playoff
Game
game
seven.
7, baby.
yeah.
Give me game 7. I think that one. I think that fell a little bit. That one
Yeah,
fell.
that's a steal for sure. Or if you're in minor hockey, game 5.
just like
You know, like the
yeah,
it's
the
the
series.
do or die for both teams. You know.
Yeah, game 5,
Yeah.
game 7. Just like
Yeah.
Inspired by Chippy's fourth pick, I'm gonna take the OT goals.
Yeah.
Overtime winner.
overtime winners or
Always.
just
That was-
overtimes just in general.
That was my number 2
so intense.
in my mind. That was my number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm having.
I think you needed that one to compete with game 7.
I think
Yeah.
you needed it. Yeah.
Yeah, that
and
was-
right when I think OT goal, I see Patrick Kane.
Mhm.
I see the heartbreaker Sally. like
Yes.
Holy.
Yes.
Yeah, there's lots of goals that come to mind when you think OT winner. One that comes to mind for me is Jeff Carter, actually.
Oh yeah.
When I was younger, I remember watching him score the OT winner for, was it LA? Yeah.
Was Sundin's OT the double pump, the double clutch? He comes across the blue line, winds up for a slap shot, comes down, stops, brings it back up, and then buries. I think that was an OT in
Against
Ottawa.
Ottawa, yeah. Yeah, it was for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a memorable goal for me. All right, Chippy, your last pick here. You got to round out the roster.
Okay, let me know if this is too similar.
Best things about playoff hockey.
Like the body checking.
Oh, like
Is
the
that-
physicality,
Did I already cover that with the first one?
the intensity, like the,
Elevation, the
play-
chat. No, I don't know. I think I give it to you.
I
like
think.
I'm gonna give you. Can I suggest a word here?
Yeah.
Aggression,
Yeah.
the aggressiveness.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That's kind of what I'm looking
Like
for.
the guys are heated. Guys are battling harder.
Like. I guess.
But
it
it's
is
kind of
the
overlap,
first one.
though.
It's
It's-
intense.
But like,
little-
but it's
it's
true
little-
though. The quality of play, like, is that the same as like aggression?
I
Like,
meant-
big hits.
I
Like,
meant that with
yeah, with the first.
with the
one.
first one.
I think. Yeah, I think if
So
I were you, I
can't
would
take
pick.
that. I
it.
can't take that. I can't take that. Can't take that.
Can't take
Okay,
that?
I had to switch.
I don't think you can take that.
Okay, mine's gonna be, watching a breakout performance in the playoffs
Oh yeah.
from somebody that like
The
a Phil
underdog?
Kessel, and
Like individual player or team underdog.
just like breakout performances from
Oh, so like the players
like a Bertuzzi,
like someone you didn't
slash-
expect.
Yeah, like a breakout.
like last year was Barabanov.
Yeah.
From Vegas. Like everyone was like, where did he come from?
Yeah, even
And it
what-
got him like a $5 million deal for 5 years or
Bertuzzi
something.
in the Boston.
Yeah, Bertuzzi with
Got-
Boston,
he got his
5 goals.
5.5 this
yeah,
year because of that.
yeah,
Like Sam Bennett,
yeah.
big playoff guy, like Kachuk.
So Jeremy took like the storylines, the drama, the narratives. Yours is kind of a different take on that of like the breakout players, the unexpected underdog
Yeah,
stories of
goalie
each
that
player.
you're not expecting. It's
Yeah.
just like a break. Someone's like, there's always that person.
But
that
I'd
you're
say
like,
it's different enough. It's worthy of a 5th pick. But Jeremy's drama, like that kind of falls under that too. I'm just
does
putting
it
that out.
overlap too much? 'Cause I
It's
could
not.
switch-
I'm gonna give it to you. It doesn't overlap too much. I'm just speculating that falls under like storylines. You know, like what's the
I guess
story of the
that kinda-
playoffs? You know,
I
but
mean,
that's
I-
kind of vague. That pick.
I
though.
could switch it.
No. You keep it. You keep
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say it's a breakout.
Because breakout player, like that's the best storyline you could think of, right?
That's what I mean. So it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. For me, I'm talking more about the drama when like somebody does something dirty to a guy.
Someone
and-
takes a slap shot on the empty net.
right,
And
and then you're like,
yeah.
oh, I got to see
The
the
rip-
next game.
yeah.
And like, Florida versus Leafs, and then they meet again in the
Kind of like the
Yeah,
team
we want
story.
Florida.
The team storylines. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. About
Florida.
Florida, like those
Yeah,
little
yeah,
things
yeah,
that
yeah.
happen that create drama amongst
The
fans.
team drama.
and
Yeah.
teams. Yeah.
I like that. Okay. All right, Jerry, your last pick.
I know that I'm probably leaving a lot on the board here. This is something that's we're picking like off the top of the dome
Yeah.
here.
That's how we do it. We
That's how
don't.
we do it.
That's how we
Wasn't
flow.
any planning. For me, something I love about the playoffs is the recap. You get to the end,
Oh.
everything's all said and done. The report comes on who was playing with a broken fibia.
Mm.
All
Yeah.
these things that they couldn't tell
Yeah.
you throughout the playoffs.
The medical list. The medical
Exactly.
history
Yeah,
list.
that's
Yeah.
funny. I
Right?
like
There's
that.
a lot of things that
One might call it the excuse list.
The excuse.
Unless they win the cup,
Yeah,
and then
unless they
those
win the
come-
cup,
yeah.
and it's like, holy. like,
But for a lot of times, it's like, well, yeah, this guy was playing with such and such. This guy, had
yeah,
a-
that like Kachuk last year was playing with like a broken leg,
yeah,
or something like
buddy's
that.
femur was in half, and he's playing
Yeah.
hockey.
So I don't know if I call it like the recap or just like the injury
That's.
list.
I think we know what that is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It makes sense. The recap of the. I was just joking. The excuses list.
I did kind of honorable mention. It's nice because then after that, it's the summertime.
Yeah,
You know, at the
Yeah,
end,
the hot
right?
weather.
It's like the hot weather. It's like, all right, hockey's over, and it's like you get that finale, like that feeling of like
mm-hmm.
completion. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
But-
like it.
I was gonna say I guess another one would be like when your team wins a round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Moving on to the next round.
Moving on,
yeah.
when your team wins a round, like
Yeah,
Especially
how
if
fired up you are, like
the team you didn't make it, right?
Mhm.
So say like Jesse Pollock's always talking about the Winnipeg Jets, right?
Yeah.
And then like you just want the Winnipeg Jets to be taken out in the first round, the Leafs to make it on the second, so that you can be like, aha, the Leafs
Yeah.
did
yeah,
it.
like when your team wins, like
this is one that was on my list that you guys didn't pick.
Oh, let's hear it.
Is the comeback victory
Ooh.
in the playoffs? Like
yeah,
that's one of the best things in hockey. Like how to best way to win a game,
Not if
And-
you're on the wrong end of it.
and to have a comeback victory
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
4-1 lead in the third.
Yeah.
Leafs.
Like if
Oh
you're
my-
Boston.
I
and-
hate
Oh,
Boston
we hate
comebacks.
comebacks, bro.
I hate that.
Leafs hate comebacks, bro.
Yeah, fair. All right, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Puck Daddy podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. If you want to support the pod, you can become a member, and you'll get access to the podcast a day early. Basically, when I finish editing the podcast, you'll get it. Or if you want to grab some merch, grab the Puck Daddy merch. Shout out to everyone who's grabbed those.
Yeah, shut out.
And thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks for being Puck Daddies.
Cheers.
Go.
See you guys next week.
Hopefully on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes.
Gonna change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.